Hundreds. It's the coach. This is NFL football on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see teams with a couple of running backs who each went over 100 yards a weekend ago.
Thank you, Coach. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Tonight, it's on to Week 4 as we've got a good Thursday night matchup in store between the New England Patriots and the Miami Dolphins. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
We play it to win. Let's go.
This is Sony Michel. He grew up a few miles north of here. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Carr. That is caught by the former Gator Antonio Callaway. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a New England first down. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. On the ground, this is Michel. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have to contend with a 3rd and 13. On 3rd and long, it's Carr. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 31-yard line. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory down at the 31. Now Carr. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That's good for 28 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Trey Burton there to make the grab. And the Patriots drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
Hey, they can talk all they want about putting a loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed. And this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently. Whatever they said appears to have worked. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Let's go.
And after his performance last week, everybody saw it. Unbelievable. You can expect a heavy dose of him again, I think.
Without a doubt. I mean, why wouldn't you? Because once you establish yourself that way, it's not just him, okay? It's his offensive line, it's the tight end, it's your wide receivers, everyone now sharing in the load and sharing in the belief that if they do their job, they'll see another performance just like they saw the week before.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them, and they took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others saying, I got a 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 20. 24-25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early. Probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. The reception good for 7. It's third down. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on third down. They'll look to throw. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
I absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
And this will be a gain of right around 3 from the 7 out to the 10-yard line. The numbers a week ago for Michelle. 10 carries, 103 yards, and a touchdown. On second down, Michelle.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Michelle. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on third down. On first down, Carr. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down. Carr will come up here with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. This is Michelle on the counter. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down. On first down, Shepard. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. From the 31, Carr firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll run out of the gun with Michel. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The kick by Sanders is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal. You did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes. You don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's complete to John Ross. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Flushed out right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
You're looking there at a defensive back who's maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll set up to throw, and that will be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
They don't want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Well, they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On 2nd and 7, Carr got a man open. That's Harry. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Michel. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Give him 6 yards in the first down. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 45-yard line. Throwing now is Carr. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line.
Well, that was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They plan on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. Carr completes it. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and just like that, it's 3rd down. New England on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Play action. Now it's Carr. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down. They'll run on first down. It's Shepard. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now this is Callaway on the receiving end. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Here's Carr to throw. Catch is made by Harry. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Carr. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. To throw is Carr. To Michel on the screen. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. Sanders' kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. Matt Breida, the offense, heading back out. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. 2nd and 6. Complete to the running back, Matt Breida. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Back to throw now on first down. Forced out to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. But the passing game right now for them not... Not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way has made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start this.
And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. B.J. Hill just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Looking to throw. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. Big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination. Guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
A big play there for the Dolphins. 42 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. On first down, here's Breida. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. Here's 2nd and 8. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. John Ross. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added onto their lead. But that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game. But we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive. And he's going to profess that he was happy to get points. And we know that's not true. Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
Throwing his car on third down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there.
They run with Breida, and they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. The tackle made by Blake Martinez.
What's time? Time is what?
2nd and 5. That'll be complete to Breida. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one. Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
Face mask. Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Following the penalty, Michel. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Again, it's Michel. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Carr. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they load him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
He steps out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Back to throw. Being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. The Pats at the line, ready to go. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Back now in Miami. We get set for the 4th quarter. Patriots have the lead. They also have the football. Carr now on 1st down. And he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Off the draw, here's Michel. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. He'll drop to throw, eluding the pressure right. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets them 9 yards and a first.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
They'll drop the throw. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Here we go.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Into the red zone. It's Carr. Got a man open. That's Harry. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. And they will run it with Michel. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. He's at the 50, the 30, 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
A very important extra point there, up and good, and we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this run.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Well, it didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Shepard. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. A run on 1st down, but it's not going to get them much, maybe a yard, and that's all. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now. And an alley to run. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
57. Let's pick it up.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so. But it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
Back to throw here. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Here's Matt Hawk now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Patriots take over. So the Patriots coming out now. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march up another 15 against your squad.
A first down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. And it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And it's Michel once again. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On 3rd down, Michel. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Sanders' kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
So the Dolphins now down on the scoreboard. At time, a huge factor. Now a desperation throw deep down. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Steps away, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And the spike comes with just 12 seconds left to go. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to potentially send us to overtime. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
A 55-yard attempt.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. We've seen some big kicks in the NFL the last few years, and that one might just rank right up there.
And you know you can hear the crowd react, right? But I was focused in on the sideline and watched them absolutely erupt. I don't know how many of them thought that he was actually going to make that kick, but how about how they felt when the ball went over the post?
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that.
Let's get it.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Fielded about a yard deep.
We play to win. Let's go.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal.
And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. To see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this